Hi there, my name is Tamara Dorris and welcome to my channel. I am super excited to have you here. Probably nothing like you would expect for a real estate coach. And that's because I'm not any real estate coach. In fact, I specialize in women in real estate, but I don't specialize in women in real estate as in, let's do this pop by and here's how you do this to get marketing and here's how you overcome your objections to your clients. In fact, I take a totally different approach. So I'm not going to talk about real estate because, yeah, I've been in it 30 years in all ways that you can imagine. I've been a professor for 22 years of real estate. I've been an agent. I've been a top producer. I've been a team leader. I've been a mentor, and I've been a coach. So I got the real estate stuff down pat, and I bet you do too. In fact, I always say there's nothing new under the real estate sun. So that's not why most people come to this channel, and it's probably not why you are here either. So even if you're not in real estate, I want to tell you what I do that can help you. So when we talk about manifestation, and for me, I've been studying and researching and applying and experimenting with the science of intention in manifesting intention for about 28 years now. So I approach it a little bit differently than a lot of teachers because I want to see what works and what doesn't. And so here's what we know. Manifestation has two fundamental aspects to it. The first aspect is the process. This is the energetics. This is the actions and the activities that we take. This is the journaling and the affirmations. This is the imagining what you want and stepping into that vision of it. This is all the fun stuff. But over here, the other fundamental truth is that this is the container and you are the container. And I remember back when the film The Secret came out, I had written my first manifestation book about a year or two before The Secret came out. But when The Secret came out, everyone was talking about the law of attraction. And I'm like, great, this is wonderful. And so a lot of people were teaching it. Then when COVID hit, more manifestation coaches came from out of the woodworks. Great. More people are learning the importance of using their mind and their emotions to manifest the things that they want in their lives. Of course, a lot of people aren't, but let's just focus on the ones who are interested in that. But what we had was a lot of people who were doing the fun stuff, the processes, weren't getting the results. And so we'll call those people who didn't get the results or who didn't get them as much as they wanted, the processors. This is the process. This is the processors. So I've spent the last 5 or 6 years really honing my interest in my experimentation and my study and my research into the processors. Why can't these people get these results? And you know what I came up with? Well, that's why you're here, hopefully. I came up with the fact that these people who are not getting the results that they really wanted are not being the container that they need to be for the vision that they're manifesting to come into their lives. What do I mean by the container? You're a container. You are a vessel. You are, in the Kabbalist tradition, you are the receiver. You are a vessel. You are a receiver of all the good. All the good that you want to manifest is already here. The cars, the people, the money, all the things you want to manifest is already here. But because your container is not open to receive it, it feels like it's outside of you. And here's what I got to tell you. As long as it feels like it's outside of you, it's going to stay outside of you. So the purpose for this channel and my work is to help people be better containers, to be better processors, to be better at what they do so that when they process, it works. And when we're working with the processors and the person as a container, what does that mean? Well, the two things that I have found that will keep someone from manifesting, from using the process that works to using it and having it not work, there's two things. And it's resistance and reactivity. Those are the two things, resistance and reactivity. And the example that I always give my clients is if you say you want $1 million business and you're folding your hand like this and going, come on, universe, give it to me. And the universe is trying to give it to you, but it can't because you've got a closed fist. That's resistance. You're resisting it. Reactivity is when you get triggered all the time, both from things in your external environment a lot, and even things in your internal environment. What do I mean by that? I mean things you come up with on your own. What is he going to say about that? What if they don't like that? What if my fee is too high? Those are internally triggered, but both of them are reactive in nature. And being reactive causes cortisol to flood our body, puts our nervous system in fight or flight. And now all of a sudden, our reactive energy. Resistance is just blocking. Reactivity is pushing away. So I want you to think about those two things. Everything you want to manifest for your life, for your business, for your health is right here, right now. But your resistance and your reactivity. And so that wasn't enough for me just to understand that and to start applying that with my clients. I wanted to know why. And I just gave you a hint. I said nervous system. And that's because people who are reactive and resistant have a nervous system that spends more time in sympathetic mode than in parasympathetic mode, meaning you're in survival mode. You're in fight or flight. And this goes back. Where do we get this? It goes back to our youth. It goes back to never feeling safe in the world, maybe to having abandonment issues, maybe to being abused, in one way or another, whether it's physical or emotional or mental. Maybe something happened at school and you just don't think you're good enough. Whatever it is, your central nervous system is so clenched, so contracted, so constricted that your average baseline frequency is anxiety. And when you're anxious, you're going to be resistant to change, resistant to try new things, resistant to opportunities, because it's not safe, safe to step out of this uncomfortable comfort zone. And you're going to be reactive to both the triggers that are in your external environment, in your family, in your work life, and in your own head, which, by the way, is where most of it comes from. So my focus here, if I haven't lost your attention so far, is to help with the process of manifestation, as well as help you as the processor, making sure your container, which is who you are, is viable and is open to receive, non-resistant, non-reactive. That's what we're going for here. But at the end of the day, if you find this information useful or helpful, I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll give me comments, and I hope you'll stick around because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Thanks for watching.